Hello, I'm Father Robert, and in this week's segment of Ask Father Robert, the question is, hey Father Robert, the God of the Old Testament seems really vengeful and angry, and the God of the New Testament seems really loving. He sent Jesus, who loves us. Well, that's a great question, and really in the first few centuries of the church struggled with this question. But the answer is, for us as Christians, the God of the Old Testament is the same God as the God of the New Testament. And even when it seems as though God is vengeful in the Old Testament, the real answer is this, that God is always love. And that even when we struggle on the surface to understand what it is that God is up to in the Old Testament or the New Testament, we come back to this answer. God is always loving us. God is always sending grace to us. And God is always calling us to listen more to what it is that God is saying in our lives. Look, it's easy to think that God is a God of wrath or hate or indignation, but in reality, God is a God of love. And God calls us not only to love God's self, but to love each and every one who's around us. That's the commands of Jesus. Love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. That's it. God's a God of love, whether it's in the Old Testament or the New Testament.